Hey everyone, how's it going? Hal here, and I am very excited because Dark Souls, as you can see, has been remastered for PS4, and it's probably my favourite game of all time. So I've been definitely looking forward to this. Um, so let's just jump in. Like a bit of personal backstory about me though is scroll one page. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, I had the original Dark Souls for the PS3, and excellent game, loved it to bits. Got hundreds and hundreds of hours playtime in it. Obviously, the PS4 isn't backwards compatible, so when I got my PS4, I gifted my PS3 to me dad because he didn't have a console at the time. And before I did that, I let my brother, who also had a PS3, have his pick of the games, and he's took my original PS3 copy of Dark Souls. So I haven't actually been able to play it for probably 4, 5 years maybe. Is that how long the PS4's been out? I don't know. Several years at least. So anyway, this is part of the reason why I'm so excited for it. Oh, and that's fine. I can just about make out the dragon. Just had a massive nostalgia moment there with the music. Let's turn them down a bit, whack the music up a bit. Also, you'll have to let me know in the comments if what the sound balance is like, and then I can always turn it up or down as needed. UI scale, I'm going to have a muck about with that. I don't want to do that until I actually get in game. Just simply because, apply changes, excuse me. Right, so we're on the default at the minute. Why would I want to change that? We'll keep it as I know it. What I was looking for was if you could modify the jump button. Because I can't remember whether it's on L3 or circle on this. I can't remember. Right. Yes. I would like to enter a character name. I will be Hal, as it is my name. I will be male, as it is my gender. Now, this is the question, isn't it? I mean, I know eventually, well, I say eventually, your class only really matters for the first few hours of the game. After that, you can pretty much do what you want, and you can spec into whatever you want. I'm thinking about probably going warrior. It's one of them where. Yeah, let's go warrior, because I want to go like two-handed. Where possible, at least, anyway. I do like the idea of having pyromancy early on, like. Hand axe is fucking garbage, though. Yeah, we'll go warrior. And the main reason I want to go warrior is it's either a claymore or the Zweihander, like near the beginning of the game, and with one class, I'm pretty sure it's warrior. That's the one with the highest strength. You can dual wield from the two-handed from the get go. Master key, because actually pretty much because I've only ever played with a master key, more or less, and my knowledge and remembrance of the game is obviously largely predicated on that. So I feel if I don't take the master key, I'll be like, what the hell am I meant to be doing now? Let's just be average, I think. Fierce. I forgot how bad these were. Let's be in the store in Noble. This is something I would have liked have seen. A few more few more hairstyles and customization options added. But having said that, like, well, yeah, because it's a remaster, isn't it? It's not just a PS4 port. Like, I would have liked to have seen that, but never mind. Let's have a ponytail. Why not? Let's have a grey ponytail. Yeah, champion. That'll do me.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
And there we go. Just didn't want to talk through that. Haven't seen that cutscene in several years, so it's nice to rewatch it.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. is your fate.
Cheers, Oscar. What a stroke of luck. The key to our cell just so happened to be on this corpse that Oscar pushed through the roof. Amazing. Getting myself reacquainted. It's like a mid-roll, I think. I'm comfortable with that. As long as it's not fat rolling, I'm fine. Hello, I see you. Would you like to be chopped up? Yeah, for the most part, you're not going to get too much discussion out of me about, like, whether I think, you know, it should have been, like, had a major graphical overhaul or the likes of that kind of thing. Because, like, to be honest, I'm just happy to be playing, you know, my favourite game again. I mean, to be honest, just a bit of, like, from what I can tell, it just seems to be, like, the lighting's slightly better, and they've touched up a few of the textures, but other than that, it runs at 60 FPS. But you know, that's fine. Yeah, and let's just leg it, because not about to deal with that man just yet. Can he even clip me if I stand too close to you? I know you get, what is it? Is it the demon's great hammer or great axe? Excuse me. For killing the asylum demon without picking up your gear. But oh, that was my shield. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you better run. Right, now we're cooking. Now I've got an actual sword. I think it is going to take a little bit of time for me to get reacquainted with it, because and I realise this is just like, it comes with it being like, you know, Dark Souls 1, but like it feels a little less fluid than what I remember. But then of course that's also because I've had several years of playing DS3, which is, and Bloodborne of course, which is they are much more fluid. Can't get to that, if I recall correctly, until we come back later on. What have you got to say? Okay. Good talk. Right, hello, excuse me, young man. Thank you. And then we come in here and poor Oscar's on his last legs.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank
The
goodness.
character models look
I'm done
a
for,
bit
I'm
nicer.
afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead.
Or maybe it's just the colour balance on this telly. My old telly must know. Might have just been a bit. Yeah, okay.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit.
Yeah, no
There's an
bother.
old saying in my family: "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thank you.
Oh, and this. Now
Thank
I
you.
must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death, and thank you.
So now if we hang about, I'm not sure if he dies
No,
eventually, but we can kill him here with no penalty if we were so inclined. But as soon as we leave here, I'm pretty sure if you head back in, he's dead? No? I'm sure after you went a certain distance away you can hear him, like, just kick it. There we go. Rip Oscar. Oh, no, I don't have to go this way. But, you know, there we go. Open up that completely unnecessary shortcut. Oh, that was daft of me. I keep wanting to press L2 to block for some reason instead of L1, which I'm not sure why that is. Trying to think, so like, do you ever get like that kind of weird sort of dissociation between games where whatever you've been playing last, then you go to a new game and you find yourself trying to do things in this new game that are like, you know, part of the last one. Like camera controls is an obvious one. Like there might be a certain way of locking on that is specific to one game, and then you'll try a new game and you'll find yourself, like in this case it would be pressing R3. Well, I'm making pigs here with this. There you go, you have that. See if I can still remember how to parry. This could go one of two ways. Oh yeah, it went really badly. Never mind. Excuse me, we're just going to back up out here while I have a quick sip. How do I kick? Forward and R1? No? I'm pretty sure it's just forward and R. Yeah, that's it. Forward and R1 together. Yeah, that was me trying to guard again with L2. I wonder if I can change that in the options. I'm gonna have a quick look at that. Configure options. Now we can have a look at shrinking the UI a bit. I think maybe just a touch might be a good shout. Let's do like 0.9. That sounds nice. Yeah. Button settings, there we go. So we've got movement and camera, and apparently... Right, okay. This should be fine. Left weapon action block. Let's make that L2, and then make parry L1. I realise it's never been like that in any game ever. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, jump is on circle, which is fine. I prefer that to L3. Save changes. Yeah. Okay. So now, lovely. And it occurs to me that the reason I've been wanting to press L2 is I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 recently, and L2's your scope in button, which I'm not sure why I've got that kind of overlap in my head, but yeah, apparently I do. So let's go. Right, let's see if I remember how to do a jumping attack. No? Yes? Okay. Right, what the hell? Okay, I'm not about that. Yeah, okay, lovely, thank you. I don't need to read this again. Fancy getting booted to the title screen right as I land a thingy. Right, second time lucky, then we'll try that again. Oh, okay. Just get in there and give him the action. Might as well start two-handed now while says that's what I intend to be doing for most of the game. Might as well start as we make it go on. See, and like I don't know if you can hear this, right? But like you kind of get a clue that as well as the asylum demon that we killed there, the stray demon that's underneath this bit that you can get to when you come back. If you, I don't know if you can hear this, but when you're playing the game and you stood here, you can hear him like padding about underneath. I think what I need to do is try and lose some of my weight, because oh yes, toggle status, that's what we want, I think. Where does it show me my my percentage? Oh, there we go, quick load. Right, so let's lose the shield and helmet. Is that enough to let me fast roll? No. I'm finding that I want to do this just simply because that's better. It just felt like really heavy and slow, and while I could get used to that, I could just go about topless.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Like the first time you hear this, like especially with Oscar's thing about in my family, there's a quote like "Thou who art undead art chosen." Like that bit's cool, and then you've got like make thine way to the land of lords. Okay, I get that, but then it goes on to be like really specific. Do you know what I mean? It's like what a bizarre thing to for it to be that in detail. Like you'd expect it to be a bit more vague if it was just something that had been passed down for years and years and years. But yeah. And here we are, we're now in Lordran, a Firelink Shrine, and there's that classic Firelink Shrine music. Actually, I've just realised as well. This is the thing. Like, it's going to be a not so much a learning process, but a relearning process for me, because now that I've sat down here and I'm like, all right, I can level up. Now I've remembered that there's several like little consumable souls that I could have picked up before I left. But pardon me, we don't have them. Or I haven't picked them up rather. So yeah. Can I level up? Let's dump them into strength because, like I say, I'm pretty sure I can get the Claymore or the Zweihander. I can't remember which one, but yeah, this just pretty much in fact, we'll go 16. Why the hell not? Right, we'll do that, and that pretty much guarantees that I'll be able to two-hand it, whatever the strength requirement is. Because when you're two-handing it, you get 1.5 times it when it comes to equipping it. The game basically gives you like 1.5 strength when you two-hand something. So I currently have 16, but I could two-hand something that has a strength requirement of 24. Hello, young man.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot.
Seeing, considering that Oscar's like family, you know, there's a saying in my family, but apparently, like, it's common knowledge, so...
Let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you.
You say that, not much to go on, it's reasonably specific. You've given me exact requirements of what I need to do in 2 locations, and give me the names of those locations, and even a general geographical direction to go in, so I would say that's quite a lot to go on, really. Mr. Crestfallen man.
Your face, you're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity.
I'm fairly certain you would do it.
Human, after all.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, as it stands at the moment, we are hollows. You can see the undead curse spreading across our chest there. But if we get some humanity and restore our humanity, then we can engage in jolly cooperation and all the rest of it. So the thing with this is, in was it the same in Dark Souls 2? I can't remember. I know for a fact in DS3, like when you use an Ember, which is the equivalent, it like doubles your health. Oh yeah, when you do it in, your health gradually depleted, didn't it, every time you died in DS2, and then using humanity or whatever brought it back up to max. I'm not sure if there's anything like that in DS1. I think it's just, you know, lets you do the online thingamabobs. So let's have a bit of a wander. I picked up whatever was here, didn't I? There's a few more things that you can get in Firelink if memory serves. So we'll have a look for them. Can I put my weapon away? No, I didn't want I didn't want to do that. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. See, now I remember there being things that I can pick up in Firelink right at the beginning, like those for example. But I am actually drawing a blank on where they are, which, you know, given that it's been a few years since I last played this, that's probably a little understandable. He's a dick, Petrus, but we'll get back to him. Because first of all, we're going to do a quick... There's one round the edge of here somewhere, isn't there? Like it's round the edge of somewhere. Might be a bit further down. No, that's definitely not it. Oh yeah, there we go. See, just caught a glimpse of it. Thank you. Right, now the way, like, sort of generally speaking, you're supposed to go is you're supposed to scale the undead berg and go up that way. There's literally nothing stopping you going down this way into the catacombs, apart from the fact that if you're a new player, you'll get your ass kicked because the skellies around here keep reanimating themselves until you kill the necromancer that's nearby. Yeah, we'll get you as well. So I remember actually the first time I played this, I think most people's first impulse isn't necessarily to go this way and go take them stairs, but to come the way that I have, and you kind of like, that's your first real stumbling block, I think, because I remember like trying to get past them for ages and then being like, this just isn't working, there's got to be another way. But again, I was like pretty terrible at the game then. Not that I'm any great amount better now, but as you can see the bones here, so when we pick this up, so what we're going to do is, instead of trying to fight them, because we literally can't kill them at this point, we're just going to just ignore them and run about. And I believe it's this here, there's a big one. Winged spear? No, that's not what it's meant to be. Oh, it might be this one. Excuse me, lads. That's it, it's Y-hander, that's what we're after. Now, these fellas are going to chase me for a while, but that's fine. Like I say, we can't kill them yet anyway. We got what we need to do, so we'll just actually go the way we're supposed to now. And that's the giant crow that brought us here. And you can actually like hit it with arrows and stuff, and then it nicks off once it's at about like half health. You can't kill it. Though why you would want to, I have no idea. Since do you actually need to go back to the undead asylum? I know you can, but is it like story critical? I can't remember. Right. So we've got our Zweihander, and it is in fact 24, so it's a good job that we leveled up our strength the way we did. Yeah. So now you can see it's crossed out on the UI there, and if I try and swing it, me guy just, he's useless. But if we two-hand it, then that's fine. Also, I'm realising like how little stamina I've got, so I'm thinking the next few levels we're gonna have to sink into endurance for sure. Anyway, that's us. So given that I've went for this early on because it's pretty heavy, I'm gonna go at least hang on, I want to check. How do I enter? Display? Right. Yeah, so obviously it scales better with strength than it does with dex. I know there's several of them which are like aren't bad in a dex build, but we're going to be primarily strength. Maybe put a bit of pyro in there as well. Hello. That's for you. What's the R2? Let's get familiar with let's get familiar with the moveset. So R1's your big sweep. That's like a big over the top thing. Right. Rolling R1 is a poke, which is good. Nice to know. Rolling R2 is the big over the top again. Let's try not to get hit by fire bombs. Backstep, big over the top but pretty quick. And backstep R2 is the big one, right? And I can still kick, which is what I'm going to need to do for this fella here once I get his attention, because these usually block first. So if I kick him, he just went for the hit. That's also fine. Then I can just chop him up. It's a good job that I am kind of dealing with things in one hit at the moment, just simply because. Okay, ow! Don't knock me off, please. Because I don't really have the stamina to be swinging more than once. Right, if you could just nick off. Thank you. Oh, there. So if you're going to block though, I can... Now I'm pretty sure you can't two-handed parry in DS1. I think that was added in DS2. You can block. Yeah, and that's it. But even though I can't use me sword two-handed, I could one-handed and then parry and then go back to two-handed for the riposte. But that seems a bit ridiculous. And now that I'm thinking about it, kind of want to swap. I kind of want to swap my thingy back now. Yeah, we're gonna swap you back, because when I went to parry there, I pressed L2, which means, you know, that's where it is. And we'll put that back to L2. But given that we aren't going to be doing a lot of blocking, that's probably better. So yeah, we'll do that. Now what was there was a thrust, wasn't there? That was rolling R1. Let's try that. Nice. Because obviously a big wide swingy weapon like this in a tiny area, that happens. Which, apart from killing your durability, also makes fighting things difficult. So this is where knowledge of your moveset comes in handy. Okay, here we are, Undeadberg. Just not even gonna wait for you. It's nice that that knocks them to the ground. So if you don't kill them, you can follow up. Now, yeah, okay, so I remember you. But the question is, can I make it across? Yes, I can. So there you go, there's our first piece of humanity. So I could revive here, but normally you'll find that unless you kind of don't mind being invaded and all the rest of it, most people don't really walk about. Like, a lot of people just spend the entire game. That hurt. And you. And I've just realised I'm one-handing it. Get out of there. That's why it took them forever to swing. Right, let's try that again. Yeah, quite a lot of people they'll spend the entire game like, hello. Can you stop doing that? Whereas like me, I'll probably spend some of it hollow and then like revive so I can do co-op, or you know, get some help for a boss, all that kind of good stuff. Just couldn't remember if there was anything in these. I actually don't think you can, yeah. And then like afterwards I'll just stay stay human until I die or inevitably get invaded and then die. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you can make that jump as well. Try resignation. Right, let's have a go, see if we can make it. No, well, it would help if I jumped at the correct time. I'm actually back to mid-rolling now because of the weight of me Zweihander. There we go. Oh, nearly. So I could probably make that if I take you off. The question is though, can you even make that? My brain's saying I can, but I'm not actually that interested in it. No, don't want that on. There. Yep, we know. Okay, lovely. And I remember the first time that I was playing this game that that happened, and I remember absolutely bricking it. And then later on, when you catch up with the Hellkite Dragon, you're like, oh, alright, you again, is it? Is that what it is? Okay, well, shouldn't really be rolling. Unless I've got a massive window to set up. Because it takes too long. This is the thing, this is kind of a new thing for me because I didn't really ever roll a strength build. When I played DS1, like sort of originally, I always used to go some variation of a quality build, and it was always like you know, sword and board, or like, you know, some weapon and board. Now these ones, these guys, they, excuse me if I can separate them a bit. These like the, well, let's see how he's going around for the flank. He'll attack if he thinks he can get away with it, but these guys, they normally just, when you attack, they just hold the shield up. So these ones are really easy to kick and then get the kill with. What's that? What are you? I don't recall you. What's this? Oh, you've gone now. Wooden shield. One of the better shields you get initially if you haven't taken, like, you know, warrior or knight. I think they start with good shields. What are you? Touch the sign of the Gravelord servant. I can't remember how the Gravelord Covenant works, but this is so cool. This is something that I never saw playing DS1 originally either, because the Gravelord Covenant wasn't really that popular at all. So I can't remember exactly how it works. I think it's something like it puts like 3 sort of strong enemies into your level, and if any of them kill you, then the Gravelord gets Covenant materials. I can't remember. Right, well, up there's where we need to be, but I think what's going to happen first is we've cleared these guys. I didn't actually rest, so that's a good thing, because down here, excuse me, is there a guy in here? I think there's a guy hidden behind here. There, look, you can see him. So how about we just beat him to the punch? Yeah, because we've got our first merchant here, the undead merchant.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
So the residence key, we do want that. We do want the bottomless box. We do want, you know what, some sort of ranged attack would be nice for pulling things. And we don't actually need any of this. Like if you're starting with one of the classes that have like weaker armor, then this is a nice early pickup. If you're kind of at that level where you still require armor to play properly, which at the risk of sounding snobby, you know what I mean. It does make a difference in this game because you can upgrade it, but once you get to a certain skill level, you can do without. But I'm not going to buy it, not because I consider myself better than it, but just because I like being able to roll quickly. And we're already mid-rolling again, so I'd like to get back to fast rolling. But I'll have to upgrade our endurance before we can do that. We will have a one of these. And I do want to get that, so we can save what's his face. But at the same time, that's not really going to be part of my build. So maybe I just get the bottomless box. Yeah, that'll do for now. See what you got to say.
Treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below, and up above there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Might end up being yours. You look halfway there anyway, mate. In terms of being hollowed, you're far worse than me. I was gonna say I've still got my own eyeballs, but I'm not sure I do. Anything else to say to me?
I'm not here to chit chat. We talk business or we talk nothing at all.
Alright.
Thank you kindly.
I think he sounds a little bit like Alan Carr. Is it Alan Carr that I'm thinking of? I'm gonna have to look this up now. Yeah, it is Alan Carr. Who I think he sounds like. Doesn't look anything like him, mind. Right, and we've got a bonfire in there that we are going to rest at now, but let's just take a minute while there's no enemies around to have a look about. Because I remember playing this for the first time on PS3 and thinking like, wow, these like it's very, it's got some nice skyboxes and all the rest of it. Like, you can't see too far over there, but one of the nice things about like Souls games, and this does actually carry over into all the rest of them, is a lot of the time somewhere that you can see, like anywhere, like you see if you can see something in the distance, a lot of the time you'll actually go there, or you'll end up going somewhere near there. It's not just for, you know, decorative purposes. Like the geography of the land is reasonably constant. So yeah. Right, I'm just gonna quickly come down here again because there's that other way out here and I can't remember where exactly that goes, but I am gonna top up. Yeah, so we've got Merchant Man out here and then whatever's over here. Disasters are gone after the defeat of the Gravelord Servant. Beating to a pulp ahead. So does that mean that them hard enemies were in my undead burg anyway, and that the only way I can get rid of them is by touching that summon sign and going and murdering him? Right, let's see if we can get the 2 for 1. No we can't. Okay, let's back up a bit. Actually, let's not back up a bit. We don't want to fight here. I want somewhere where I've got room to swing my weapon. Oh! This is where a quick weapon comes in handy. Right, you. Okay, one down. Well, so far this has gone rather terribly. But hopefully, like a couple hours in, I'll sort my life out and... Right, over the top. For some reason, I keep expecting myself to like be able to poise through that. Now, normally that would be a thing because poise does actually work in Dark Souls 1, but I am also wearing no armour, so that probably has quite a lot to do with it. Thank you. Good night, gentlemen. Oh, right. Yes, okay. So this is the other way to get back to that humanity that we picked up. This is the long, proper way, I suppose. Or is this? No? Throwing knives, that's nice. I'm sure there's a way you could get onto there sort of normally without having to... Because over in that corner behind this building, that's where we picked up that humanity. Now here I can make that jump. Do I want to? Okay. Actually, I tell you what, because I'm getting quite close to my timer, so we'll go and rest at the bonfire. We'll wrap this episode there, then we'll go and try that next time. Okay, how's that sound? So we're just gonna have a quick rest in here, and we are good to go next time. So yes, Dark Souls 1, I'm loving it again, and I hope you'll enjoy watching it as well, and I'll see you next time.